Shalom, shalom, shalom. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Shemai, Yasha Allah, Yahawah, Alahayinawa, Yahawah, Ahad. Shemai, Yasha Allah, Yahawah, Alahayinawa, Yahawah, Ahad. Shemai, Yasha Allah, Yahawah, Alahayinawa, Yahawah, Ahad. Barak Yahawah, Barak Yahawashi, Barak Yahawah, Barak Yahawashi, Barak Yahawah, Barak Yahawashi, Bahashem, QADASH. Call HALALYAM La, YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, Bahashem, QADASH.
Double honors.
Double honors.
Apostles and elders and bishops of great millstones. Much due respect to the sincere Akim who are laboring the works. And Shalom.
Shalom.
Do you believers to the Akim YAHAWAH, which you be your brothers and sisters, who subscribe to the truth? All right, THAWADAH.
THAWADAH. I'll be YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, QADASH.
All right. Lord willing, the lesson is edifying and faithful to the point.
YAHAWAH RATAZA.
All right, so this lesson, going into the elect men are going to be made into, they're going to be more precious than fine gold. The elect men are the true high value men, which consists of the so-called black men, so-called Hispanic men, the so-called Native American Indian men, and our brothers that look like the nation, like birds, okay? That's also part of the elect. You can play that video now if you want.
If most men cheat, aren't good leaders, and aren't marriage-minded, wouldn't it be then the few men who are the prize? Because isn't the prize something that's rare? And if, according to the woman on TikTok, good men are rare, to that logic, wouldn't good men be the prize? If most men cheat, aren't good leaders, and aren't marriage-minded, wouldn't it be then the few men who are the prize? Because isn't the prize something that's rare? And if, according to the woman on TikTok, good men are rare, to that logic, wouldn't good men be the prize?
So you heard that, right?
He's an Eve, he's an Israelite woman, right? He said, wouldn't it be the rare men, wouldn't they be considered being rare because there's only few of them? All right.
She said, wouldn't it be rare, or the fact that they're rare, wouldn't they be the prize?
Yep.
Men that are that want to be, in a marital status, wouldn't they be the prize?
All right. So you want to start off with that song?
I get it. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 82, verse 6. I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High Yahawah.
And gods goes into Elohim, right? In Greek, Elohim. So, and it goes into kings, judges, rulers, divine ones, angels, special possessions of Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi, something along the line in the blood of the Bible. All right, and it says, and all of you are children of the Most High. Children goes into sons. All right, so you are, the elect are literally the very sons of the living power, Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi. All right, so we want to go into Isaiah 13 and 12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold. Put it over here. All right.
Isaiah 13 and 12. It says, I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the gold wedge of Ophir.
So that the men that's going to be made more precious than fine gold are the elect men, the men of Yahawah Bahashem Yahawashi, that consists of so-called black men, so-called Hispanic men, so-called Native American Indian men, and our brothers that are considered as speckled birds or confused faces, which are our brothers that look like other nations, okay, but they're not of that nation, okay, they just look like them. All right. So those men are going to be made more precious than fine gold, because real soon a great number of men are going to die.
Yep.
And there's not going to be that much men out here. All right. And we're going to go a little more deeper into the why behind it. Okay. Baruch, I can get, since you're already in Isaiah, go to chapter 32, verse 2. A man shall be as a hiding place. All right.
Chapter 32, verse 2.
Come
on. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 32, verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
And a man shall be as a hiding place from the wind.
And that man is the elect man, okay? All right, go ahead.
And a covert from the tempest, as the rivers of water in a dry place, as the wind of a great, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land.
So the elect men are going to be able to provide protection from from the wind, from the saying like destruction, chaos, when all hell break loose, right?
Yep. Definitely going to be that water for you in a dry place.
Yep. It says, and a cover from the tempest. Tempest goes into like rainstorms, thunderstorms. All right. It says as rivers of water in a dry place.
Yep.
And you know how much like you don't take water for granted when you're very thirsty.
Nope.
And you're like out, let's say you're in the middle of like a desert, a place where there's no water, and you have a drink for like a day or two, maybe 3 days. Yep. And you finally come across clean water, you run to it. You don't walk to it, you run to it.
Yep.
And you appreciate it a lot. And it says as a shadow of a great rock in a weary land. So let's say it's very hot outside. You've been walking that sun for like let's say 3 days, right? Right, you haven't had any shadow to cool down, and you finally come across like a big rock, and it's projecting shadow. When the sun hits it, you're going to run to that shadow, right? Because it's going to cool you down, and you're going to appreciate it. You're going to admire it so much. You're not going to take it for granted. That's how the elect men are going to be. A lot of women that took us for granted, especially our women, the so-called black women, the so-called Hispanic women, so-called Native American Indian women, and our women that look like other nations, who looks down on us, right? Who believes that they don't need us. They're gonna realize how important we are, how much they need us. Okay, how much we need each other, because we need each other to build a nation, right? Even though we can still build a nation with concubines, because that child will still be an Israelite, but but at the end of the day, we need each other, right? But you women really need us because we're your head, okay?
Yep.
All right. So you can get Isaiah 4:1. Sure.
Isaiah 4:1.
Okay.
And in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name. Take away our reproach.
So there's going to be so few men left that a lot of women are going to cleave onto a elect men of YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, because that man, he's being dealt with. He has that hedge over him. He's able to provide food, provide water, protection. Okay. All right. And it says, let us all be called by thy name to take away our reproach. And how do a woman takes on the name of a man? Through sex. That's how you really become husband and wife, become one flesh, by having sex. You lay down and have sex with each other, okay? Not by going to Esau, Edom to sign documents and papers and put a ring on your ring finger on your left hand. No, all right. Because it says, let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. Reproach, when you go in the blue of the Bible, it was going into how resting upon condition of shame and disgrace, right? A lot of women are going to be resting upon that spirit. That spirit is going to be on where they're going to be ashamed, because they're going to realize like, damn, I really do need a man.
Yep. I
should have listened. And another word was scorn. And when you go into scorn, it was going into a feeling or belief that someone or something is worthless, or despicable. And then when you go into despicable, it goes into deserving hatred. So they're going to feel like, damn, I don't deserve to be loved. I don't deserve none of this. I'm still alive. I don't deserve to have a man. They're going to be resting upon that condition of being disgraced. They're going to be ashamed. A lot of women, that's going to be part of that complete number of women, at least 7 women cleaving onto one man. They're going to come to realization like, damn, I fucked up this whole time. I should have listened to him. I should have actually put in the time to get a man of YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI and serve him. All right. A lot of women are going to suffer real soon. That's why when you get that in the NLT version, it's going to be the last one too. I'm going to get in the NLT version, it says, in that day, so few men.
So few men.
And what did old girl say in the video? That the prize of, the way how she said it, pretty much like, you know, when something's considered a prize, there's not many of it. There's only a few
it's
of it.
rare.
It's
She's
rare.
like, if a man that wants to be married is a how you call it, like a rare man, she's like, then wouldn't the man be the prize?
Yep. It says in that day, so few men will be left that 7 women, a complete number of women, at least 7, will fight for each man, saying, let us all marry you. All right. So a lot of women that's still being struck with that demon of, oh, your man can only have 1 woman, that shit gonna fly out the window.
Yep.
All right. You're not gonna care if this man, by the time you meet this elect man, he probably already got 4 wives under him right now. All you're gonna care about is, can you be called by his name and take away your reproach, so you can have that coverage over your head, so you can have salvation. Okay. It says, in that day, so few men will be left that 7 women will fight for each man, saying, let us all marry you. We will provide our own food and clothing. Only let us take your name, so we won't be mocked as old maids. And in the past, you know, if you were of age to pretty much when you become a woman, right, and you of age but you still headless, you still headless, you don't have a husband, you don't have a family, you will be mocked as an old maid. That's like that's like an insult. All right. Women at the end of the past, they understood their role. They desired to become a man's wife, to bring fruit. But a woman today, they've been drunk off of Babylon's philosophy for so long that they truly believe that they don't need a man. All right. But real soon, reality is going to slap them in the face. Okay. All right.
Yes,
so, hey, you know, for the Akim out there, the sincere Akim out there that's laboring the works of YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI, hey, keep fighting a good fight. For the single ones out there, hey, like Elder Gabar said in one of his videos, like you know, like they put those motivational videos.
Yeah.
Right. And you can hear Elder Gabar talking about how, like, real soon the women are going to be knocking on your door, banging on that shit.
Yeah.
Seeking for answers for protection. All right. They're going to be coming to you. You don't even got to talk to them. They just want to see you and run to you. All right. So, hey, Lord willing, was edifying. All right. Let me see. Who's on comment board? I have no idea. Oh, hey, that's the brother you wanted.
Hey, Khan. So, YAHAWAH BAHASHAM
YAHAWAH. I just saw something with virgins. Here you go. You can close out with this one. Huh? You can read that one.
Khan. This is the book of 2nd Esdras, chapter 16, verse 33. The virgins shall mourn, having no bridegroom. The women shall mourn, having no husband. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers.
That's it?
Yep.
Oh, okay. So,
right there.
So a lot of women are going to be mourning. They're going to be weeping, crying, praying, right? Because they don't have a husband. They don't have a head. They don't have protection. They don't have help. Okay? Like that scripture says, if I'm not mistaken, in 2nd Esdras, I think chapter 15, verse 49, where it says that our power shall send plagues upon the earth, something like that.
Widowhood.
A widowhood.
Yep.
Poverty, famine, pestilence, and sword and destruction, something along that line. Widowhood. And that's going to cause what? The virgins to mourn, to not have a head, not have helpers. All right. So, hey.
That's why literally that's the scripture says that it's going to be very rare.
Yep.
A man in YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI is going to be very rare in these last days, man. Yeah.
Yep. But hey, Lord willing, so it's edifying. To the sincere Akim out there, hey, Lord willing, we are those very men. Our time to shine is coming soon. All right. So we're gonna close out by giving a much due all praise and glory to
YAHAWAH BAHASHAM YAHAWASHI BAHASHAM QADASH.
Double honors to our apostles and elders and bishops of Great Millstone. Much due respect. To the sincere Akim who all labor works. Shalom, shalom. To you believers, to the Akim, the Akwa, which be your brothers and sisters, who subscribe to the truth.
DTA, Abad the Ball soon. Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.